Independence Day, everyone. Oh, wow. I just did a video. YouTube hadn't released it yet. Happy Independence Day, everyone. Independence Day. Been a little while. It's been a lot going on. Yep. I know everybody walk away from them grills right now. Wow. No, I'm joking. I know everybody probably preparing for their day, and I did an early one. I did an earlier video. Turn this. A lot of light in here. Natural light. Okay. I'm going with the natural lights. We're going with the natural light. My earphones, it's over there. They dead. And I've been charging them up. But they want to add dead now. So y'all might hear little noises, but I'm not gonna be up here too long. Happy Independence. Y'all, what's y'all independent from? What they say is they said the women getting ready to walk off all the jobs, and we're gonna start building our own civilizations and communities, and it sounds good creating our own hospitals on our own lands and doing the doulas or the midwives and natural medicines and remedies. But okay, that's not a joke. That's what one of the prophecies were saying. But July 4th, it's a deeper meaning to it. Rest in power and happy solar return to my grandmother, Sarah Hilliard. We call her mother. Rest in power. She's gone on to the other dimensions, but she been with me the whole time, taking the whole ride with me, helping me out, giving me advice, guiding me, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ancestors, Mama Universe, Righteous Father Spirit, the Son, the Daughter, the Orishas, the ancestral mothers and fathers that love me and are riding with me and guiding me and helping me to ascend. The fraternal and maternal ancestors, the archangels, Archangel Michael, Archangel Metronet Metrodon, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Gabriel, pouring my little levitation. But the spirit guides, the 16 prophets, the Orishas Ashe. Shout out to the universe, to the planets, to the elements, fire, earth, air, water, spirit. Shout out to the indigenous ancestors. Shout out to the ancestors that fought for the liberation of the African and indigenous people from all over, from all times and spaces and echelons, even in the spiritual realm. Shout out to the supreme source, supreme all. Shout out. Giving honor where honor is due. Shout out to nature, to the trees. To all the creatures of the Giving honor to Maya. Gods and goddesses known and unknown. So, okay, this is the year where Pluto has returned for America. This happened in 1776, where Capricorn was in the second house, 27-33 degrees, in the second house of Capricorn. Pluto returned when America was first established in Philadelphia at 5:10 p.m. in 1776. This also had the same placement of February 20th of this year of 2022. It was the exact same placement. It was the exact same house as far as the second house, Capricorn. Pluto returned in Capricorn in the second house. The second house is the house of value, of materialism. That's the Taurus house, the second house, because that's how it goes. But so this is happening now, but Capricorn entered into this. Pluto entered Capricorn around 2008, 2007 when we entered into that 9/11, and then it had some placements also with this pandemic in 2020. it did a conjunction with like Jupiter and Saturn and all that stuff when it was in Capricorn, Pluto. So that brings on upheavals and stuff like that. Now we're looking at America is right back into the same place when it was established. So with Pluto is death, rebirth, transformation, and upheaval and of deep intent, thoughts that you may have hidden and brushed under the carpet. I'm talking about some of the same stuff I talked to in the video, but YouTube hadn't released it yet. So I went live anyway. So it's about things that you've hidden and have not actually, subconscious things, deep things. You know, we think about this country when it was established, it was built off the Declaration of Independence, and all men have equal rights and such things. And that's not including that's the patriarchy. That wasn't including the feminine aspect of it. And then 13 years later, after 1776, they declared that the slaves were only like 1/3 or 2/3 or 3/5 of a human being. So that this is what this country was established off of. And a lot of times, you know, with how it has oppressed certain groups of people and greed and, you know, the politics and stuff. Now they have to look at, fast forward, now they have to look at their shadows coming back, you know, the roosters coming home and not being able to cover things up anymore and sweep it under the rug. Are they going to make the right decisions going forward? Will America be honest about things, not continue to just act like things didn't happen the way that the truth has been exposed, instead of admitting that a lot of these books are lies? A lot of the history that was written was doctored up to make the people that were actually the villains look like they were the people that saved the country, you know. So is the truth, are we going to walk in truth as a country and as a people? Because a lot of us has followed the archetype of how America was established off of capitalism and greed and oppression of others. And are we going to continue on in our false living and not facing our shadows and not facing the dark moment of the soul? Or are we going to actually get a hold of this and balance out our karmas, you know, even the country, you know? But a lot of times, like I said in the first video, when you admire the oppressor, a lot of times, you know, you fall into the same judgment as a collective. You know, we as a country have created this world. They set it up like that, but we actually fell for the okie doke. Are we going to continue on like this and be destroyed, or are we going to just come clean, you know, and start? It's not easy to actually face yourself, your dark moment of the soul. It's levels to this stuff. I was talking to a lady in the live last night where they were going into depth about what it means and how the 4th of July, the firecrackers and the rockets and stuff, is really what's going on with the star systems in Virgo, the star systems in Scorpio, the star systems in Leo, Regulus. Those stars are those different colors of the red, the white, and the blue. Those and the firecrackers are sort of what's really going on inside of us, because as above, so below. What's going on in the astros is what's going on inside of us, because what exists there is also a part of us. So, you know, sometimes those firecrackers and stuff, it may be a symbol of that, but it to the sleep and the ignorance of distraction of the cooking out and stuff, you know, like that, when we should be really, really meditating and going within, trying to figure out what are the portals. Like a lot of spiritual portals are open on July 4th and all these other holidays, even in New Year's. It's spiritual things going on, but we're going with on the outside instead of going within. We're going without. And now it's time to go within and listen to Mama Universe, you know, listen to the Father, listen to the Son, listen to the Daughter, and get it right from within and ascend. Because if we don't, it's a purification process going on. If we continue in walking in greed, walking in capitalism about me, myself, and I, and holding on to grudges and stuff that we should have let go, even though the people might have wronged you, you know what I'm saying? You still gonna have to learn to love and forgive and let it go and ascend. You know what I'm saying? That's when that's how the universe is gonna separate the ones that deserve to ascend from the ones that deserve to be purified from the earth. You know, that's why you got a lot of people that's sick, is because holding on to things and not letting things go, that'll cause a lot of hate between the hatred and bitterness and stuff like that. That's not healthy. I'm not gonna be up here long, but everybody, it's a day to really go within, and if you're gonna cook out, that's on you. I can't tell nobody whether they should celebrate it or not, but I know one thing: regardless if you worship Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Allah, whoever, whether you think you get in touch with the ancestors and you all spiritual, you better have your heart right. Like I said earlier in the first video, because MAAT they are wearing our hearts and our intentions to see if it's as light as a feather. They are wearing our hearts and intentions on a scale. And if you don't pass through that scale, I don't know what to tell you. You might got to keep coming back again. I done said this before and again until you figure it out, regardless of who you think you are, or who, you might be think you Jesus' best friend, or Allah sidekick, or the Papa Leg Bub favorite one. But if that heart ain't right and you ain't got the right intentions, it ain't gonna flourish. You can't make it. You can't make, like they say, what that old school gospel singers used to say, you can't make it in heaven if your heart ain't right. The kingdom, he said he would establish his kingdom right here. The kingdom of heaven is within you. That's where Christ is, on the inside of you. That's where the kingdom of is within you. Everybody have a happy independent. What are you independent from? Are you admiring the oppressor? Are you ready to walk away? And do you know who you are, ready to establish your own kingdom within you? Or you want to keep on being a part of their program that's already done crashed? It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, like I said in my earlier video, they tell us to stay away from certain things because they know that's where the power is. It's in knowing yourself, observing the stars and the astros and stuff like that, and knowing the placements and different things. Actually understanding the meaning of these different planets and the star systems and different things. It takes work. No pain, like I always say, no pain, no gain. But either that or you just gonna have to keep right on repeating. I'm tired of repeating the same process. Like I said earlier, I know I've been here before, but I'm not planning to keep going through the same stuff. I'm trying to make it through these tests. I'm constantly being tested. I'm being tested just like everybody else. I'm trying to pass these tests. I'm trying to ascend. I'm trying to balance out and level up and face my shadow self, face my dark moments. So the soul is levels even to that. It's levels to forgiveness. It's levels to unconditional love. I don't pass all my tests all the time with A pluses, but I'm trying to study to show myself approved to try to level up and get past my best friend and my worst enemy, which is myself. It's not what they do to you, it's how you actually, react to it. It really is. I ain't saying nobody got to be turning the other cheek and let nobody beat them up and run them over. But, it's just, you can't let these traumas and these childhood things that, we can't we got to let it go. It's time to let it go, fall back. And it's bigger things. Some things happen to you because you sign soul contracts, and it's bigger fish to fry. It's a bigger purpose. You didn't go through that just for that to keep you bound up and in hell and that lower state. You went through that so you could ascend and help humanitarian, to help the world, to help the universe. You are bigger than what you know. You're not supposed to just stay at that level of hurt and disappointment and stay down in the lower self, in the lower chakras and stuff like that. You gotta ascend and rise. You gotta let things go. Everybody has a contract. Everybody is a piece of the puzzle. You're just as important as somebody else, just because you might not be a celebrity, or you might not be, everybody worship the celebrities and the athletes and stuff like that, but you're just as important as they are. Money, those people are still slaves too. They work for somebody else, so they can't just live the life they want. You heard Cardi B up there saying that she afraid for her life a few months ago because she said too much. They don't, just because they got that, they can snatch that money from them in a heartbeat if they don't move like a puppet. That's not freedom. Are you free? Are you really independent? Are you really free? Who's your master? Who do you serve? Who do you look to? Who do you worship? Who makes you motivated to go out and do whatever it is you're doing, whether it's going to work or going to the store down the street or going to help the dolphins or going to save the children or going to help the elderly or going to keep them from killing more snakes and elephants and stuff. What's your motivation? Go within, know you, know what things truly mean. And the books, a lot of times, I have to get the answers on the inside, and the books are just a confirmation of what the spirit already gave me. So, go know yourself from within. Trust that voice from within. Know what voice it is and who talking to you. Know that. Try to know all things that's going on within you. Listen and talk to yourself sometimes. Just listen to your body organs, your cells. Just listen to your heartbeat. That's how you do it. Just go within and listen to how your body move, the sounds your body make. Just get to know you. Start from there. Who are you? Independent? Are you free? Do you know yourself? What is independence to you? What does Independence Day mean to you? How far have we come over 200 and what? Since 1776, 248 years. Are we really free? Are we independent? Are we? It's a question. Just, are we really free? Are we in? Is it really a reason to be celebrating independence? What are we free from? After 248 years, should we be celebrating? What should we be celebrating today? What are we cooking out and doing firecrackers for? It's just something to really go within and think about. It's people's choice. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I ain't even getting into the colors, the race baiting shit. We already know what time it is with it. And there's a deeper meaning to that too. That's even spiritual. So I'm not even gonna get into what happened and what it's a spiritual warfare going on, really. You know what I'm saying? It's they got everybody on it. They want to make it seem like it's just one group, but they got everybody on it. They got it in for because they know that this system, they know that it was an illusion from the get-go. We fell for it though. A lot of us spiritual beings having a human experience, we fell for we just gotta say we fell for the bullshit. We fell for the okie doke. We did. We really admired the oppressor. So much until we really thought that what they had for us was the dangling, low-hanging fruit was better than what we had to offer ourselves. We made a choice. Maybe that's what the fruit in the Adam and Eve fruit was all about. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it wasn't what we think. It wasn't necessarily the woman and the man in the field. It was us actually choosing to eat the damn fruit of somebody that we want. We had. Then again, that's a whole nother story because that's about knowledge. It's nothing wrong with getting more knowledge. It ain't nothing wrong. You don't supposed to not know what's going on. You don't supposed to just be okay and say, okay, whatever you tell me, I believe it, and I'm just gonna go with what you. It's nothing wrong with knowing the deeper, digging deeper into it and figuring out, is it okay? And if this person giving you the right information, trust yourself, trust your voice, trust you, trust yourself from within, and heal yourself. Well, are you really free? Is this really a day of celebration for you? Are you independent of? Is this really a freedom day, an Independence Day for you? What are you free from? What are you free from? Y'all have a happy July 4th. Like I said, shout out to the ancestors. And shout out to my grandmother. Rest in power, Sarah Hilliard. Mother, I love y'all unconditionally. Support our organization, Maaat's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love.